evenly spread it all over the table. This is for the VHF, this is for the GPS. Sorry, forgot to film again. I'm busy with the electrics, with the 12 volt. And I've already been taking apart the stuff. As you can see, this was here. It has been smoldering, or I don't know. So it's a good feeling to take it apart and see what's going on over here. Things are rusted, of course, it's old. So I'm gonna take that apart, and then I'm gonna fit all those new switches, which are neat little switches with the LED, so I can see what's on and what's off. I'm gonna make a board over here with all those switches in, with tags next to it. And we're gonna do some insulation. One of the earlier owners used a kind of carpet over here, which worked a little, I guess. We're gonna put 2 centimeters of modern Armaflex insulation. It's closed cell foam to protect all the electronic stuff against humidity. But I kind of panic when I see all this electrics. It's spaghetti for me. I took this rail of the fuses to clean it up, get the rust off, and to see what I still use, what we still use and what not. So I took away those huge 50 ampere fuses. I think this has been used for the shore power and solar power. I don't know, the main switches, but there's big main switches at in the other hull, and this was not connected, so I can leave them out. There's a lot of cables that are not connected or going somewhere and then are not connected anywhere, so I have to do a little puzzle. Oh, by the way, while I'm busy here, I have also access to the Septic bolts, and they really needed to be replaced because there was a lot of rust over there. Next step is to cut holes in this piece of wood. This is for the VHF, this is for the GPS, and this for the switches. But this must be very precise because the switches are minuscule, smaller than I thought they would be. And if I miss it by 1 millimeter, it doesn't fit anymore. I'm going to do it with the multi-tool, and I hope I can do this precise enough. I made the holes on purpose a little bit smaller than they should be because you can't work that precise with this. So I'm taking a little file now and gonna file till everything is precisely the right dimensions. And you're talking about 0.5 millimeters here. In the meanwhile, I'm a little bit further with this. So I made those little doors for the radios and all, and GPS, and also all the switches for everything in the boat. I put some epoxy on it, and I have to sand it down now so Anja can paint everything, and then it will look good too.
Wat denk je, wordt het nu wel wat?
Ik hoop het wel.
We glued this with contact glue.
Oh.
We still had some bubbles, and we really hammered them down. So we hope they will stay down. What Anja is going to do before we do the epoxy is doing a layer of polyurethane, 2-component polyurethane, to make it fluid proof. So when we put a layer epoxy on it, it will stay down. Okay, new try with the cockpit table. We already tried to glue the veneer with epoxy, which didn't work out, so we had to remove it. And now we glued it while Anja had painted it with polyurethane varnish at the underside. So now it's varnished with polyurethane at the upside, and we're going to do a thicker layer of epoxy. And we hope with this hard layer of epoxy that the veneer won't come up anymore at certain places. It won't bubble anymore. I already leveled it so that the epoxy won't run off the sides of the table, and will be applied evenly over the whole surface. I don't know if it's wise to apply epoxy in the full sun. I can't find anything about it, so we just hope for the best. To avoid the problem from last time, all the micro bubbles, we're gonna heat it up, the epoxy in a pan with water, with hot water. So we hope all the micro bubbles come out. So in the meantime, when the water was heating, I did a little fine sanding of the surface. So the surface is actually roughened up so that the epoxy will have more grip on it. So now I'm gonna make the epoxy, put it in the hot water, hoping the micro bubbles will disappear, because I just think this is not an A brand epoxy. So I try to stir it very lightly, very carefully, and then hope that I don't have those bubbles I had last time. I hope 200 plus 120 will be enough for this one. If not, I just need to make more. As you can see, there's already bubbles. So I hope when I warm it up, those bubbles will disappear slowly, so I don't get more bubbles. So we'll see how this is going to work out. I'll just put it on the table. It doesn't really matter where and how. I can already see that I didn't make enough by far. I'm just gonna spread it with this, I think Teflon, whatever you call it in English, and just lightly spread it. Slowly. Not make more bubbles, and try to evenly spread it all over the table. There is a little more wind than I expected, so I don't hope that will influence the end product too much. But for now it looks fine. I just didn't have enough. Should have made more. But it doesn't matter, because we just do a new layer when it's a little bit hardened out, still sticky and all. This is going to be the new veneer for the last part of the kitchen counter. We're going to try to do it the other way around. So Anja first is going to paint it with 2-component polyurethane varnish, and we hope that when that's hardened out, we can put it on here without everything going bubbling, and because that's the biggest problem we have with the veneer, that is bubbling, and not just the little bubbles, but it's really coming up a few millimeters. And we try to avoid that with this, because Anja tried a strip of it like this earlier, and that's perfectly straight and strong, and you can bend it without tearing it. So we just give it a try. So this is new. If anyone can give me an explanation for this. It is funny though. Ik heb geen flauw idee wat het is. Ja?